Image Henry IV is not a single story, but a paired meditation on power, youth, time, and responsibility. Across Part 1 and Part 2, Shakespeare contrasts the noisy vitality of taverns and battlefields with the heavy stillness of kingship, asking what it truly means to grow up, both for a prince and for a nation. Part 1 opens with a troubled England. King Henry IV has seized the crown but cannot secure peace. Rebellions smolder, especially from the fiery Hotspur, whose honor-driven zeal makes him the idealized warrior Henry wishes his own son were. Prince Hal, by contrast, seems to waste his days in the Boar's Head Tavern with the fat, witty, corrupt, and endlessly charming Sir John Falstaff. To the court, Hal appears irresponsible and unfit to rule, yet privately he reveals a plan. He will allow expectations to sink so low that his eventual transformation will shine all the brighter. His idleness, then, is not ignorance but strategy, an apprenticeship in human nature. As rebellion turns to war, the play sets up a moral duel between Hal and Hotspur. Hotspur lives entirely for honor, scorning calculation and compromise. Hal learns to balance honor with prudence, courage with timing. At the Battle of Shrewsbury, Hal kills Hotspur in single combat, symbolically defeating a shallow, rigid ideal of honor with a more flexible, humane version. Falstaff, meanwhile, parodies heroism itself, faking death to survive, then claiming Hotspur's corpse as his own conquest. Shakespeare refuses to let the audience settle into simple moral judgments. Valor and cowardice, truth and performance mingle uneasily. Part 2 shifts tone. Where Part 1 crackles with youth and action, Part 2 is saturated with age, decay, and delay. King Henry IV grows weaker, haunted by guilt and the fragility of his rule. England remains restless, and new rebellions flare, but without the clarity or nobility of Hotspur's cause. Falstaff, now older and more bloated, becomes less exuberant and more pathetic, exploiting his proximity to power while hollowing himself out. Laughter persists, but it is tinged with melancholy. Prince Hal, steadily withdrawing from Falstaff's world, begins to assume the gravity of kingship. The crucial turning point comes when Henry IV dies and Hal ascends the throne as Henry V. In one of Shakespeare's most painful scenes, Falstaff rushes to greet his sweet boy, expecting favor and reward, only to be publicly rejected. Henry V banishes Falstaff from his presence, not out of cruelty but necessity. A king, Shakespeare suggests, cannot afford certain kinds of intimacy. Falstaff is spared execution, but his spirit is broken. The life of appetite and improvisation has no place in the disciplined order of rule. Taken together, Henry IV is a profound study of formation. It asks how leaders are made, not just through ideals and victories, but through exposure to disorder, temptation, and moral ambiguity. Hal becomes great precisely because he has known the tavern as well as the throne, laughter as well as blood. Yet the cost of maturity is real. Joy is narrowed, friendship sacrificed, and freedom traded for responsibility. Shakespeare does not present kingship as glory without loss, but as adulthood writ large, necessary, burdensome, and irreversible.